Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And let's get into it. Now, for those of you who watch my content, and by my content I mean all of it, not just the Pokemon Go content, these are going to be a series of rapid fire videos, so don't expect long stuff for the simple fact that a lot has happened since my last video, and I don't want to waste too much of your time, let alone mine, explaining every little thing as if it's happening right here and now. Okay? Ready, set, go. All right, so we had this Friendship Day event. Yes, it already happened. April 24th, 2021. You had a good 3 hours to do some stuff, and you may have saw me do that. The last video, it was raining and everything, and it was nice to get around and do stuff as long as the Pokemon were available. I was able to take advantage of that, and they just keep doing these time things where, you know, the one before that, it was like, look, how many raids have you done? Yellow hat guy, you only did like 8? Everybody else carried the whole event on their back. Thank you, guys. I'm just not going to pay just to get some kind of unlockable. This one, you know, hey, you had a few hours to do some stuff, and some people thought it was going to be like a community day. No. And while they couldn't control the weather, it was what it was. So that's really all I had to say about that. So let's move forward into what I actually got here. Because there's some content I got rid of, and then, you know, it's probably already uploaded in a video. We've got for May, moving into May now, Gallerium Ponyta. I had just traded one of these to somebody who didn't get one and wanted one. And it's the research breakthrough. So, Manju, I'm sorry. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know how you want to play that out, but it's here until June 1st. So, there's that. Now, the event for this month is a couple things. You've got Team Rocket coming back, right? So, I mentioned last video they finally fixed the Team Go Rocket stuff, right? They removed those from the game, and, you know, there was a bug where, hey, if that stuff was in, it would crash, yada, yada. But those guys are back. I think Shadow Moltres is back in rotation. And that's going to coincide with the main thing I'll talk about this video, which is this fairy event that's going on right now, and why that should pique your interest. Because, to be honest, I haven't made a video in a bit because, well, nothing really piqued my interest. So let's go into what they got here. Because this image here, shout out to these guys, Legends. They always provide, you know, really good graphics and things like that. I know they don't get enough credit, you know, Leak Duck as well. So while you have these other YouTubers who probably have covered this that you've seen, Xerneas came back, Landorus, Thundurus, you know, and I'm just tired of talking about them. So moving on, Xerneas is here. Yeah. And this is a big, goofy-looking Zelda deer. That's what it looks like. Some kind of reindeer thing. It looks cool, though. From afar, it looks cool. But it's not afar when you go to catch it. This thing is super up close and personal. And hopefully I got some footage playing beside this, showing my first encounter with it. All right? So, it's actually only staying until the 18th. So from May 4th to the 18th, Xerneas is here. And then it actually, what I didn't realize was Eevee is showing up on the 18th. So I am excited for that, and we'll talk about that closer to when Eevee shows up. But I'm kind of, having already done Xerneas, I'm more excited for Eevee now because, you know, it's something new. They've got some Mega that are out right now. Venusaur is going to be here, or was here, I should say, and then Lopunny returned. And then we'll get a Abomasnow again, and they're just going to keep kind of cycling. You'll get a Mega Charizard coming back briefly, and, you know, eventually Ampharos and Houndour. Okay, and that's all the way until June. We had a Spotlight Hour with a Cottony, but I probably forgot that there was like a Finian somewhere in there, as my camera is running low in charge. But there was a Finian somewhere in there. Maybe that was way back. That was like that's probably the last week in April. Finian's cool. I liked getting, candy for it, but it's not shiny. I don't care for raid hours where there's no shiny. I know there's perks there where it's like, oh, triple transfer candy or Stardust. It's an hour of, and it's not so much that it's an hour of my life as existential as I am at this point. It's that I've got to go out of my way to schedule this time for an hour for something that's not different. And when I can transfer something at any time, maybe I won't get the same perk, but I'm going to get that same thing eventually. There's nothing exclusive. There's nothing elusive, if I could use both of those words, going on at the same time for those. So, yeah, not doing it. May 11th, next week, we got to look forward to this. Dratini. So that's why this fairy event is exciting for me. Okay? You had some new Pokemon, which I'll speak about, which gave some life to Pokemon Go, because we hadn't had any new ones in a little bit, along with this new legendary, right? So Dratini is there, and if you don't got the dragons, well, another opportunity you've had. And again, we'll talk dragons, because that's really why I'm excited. So I'll drag on this video a little bit more. Alolan Rattata on the 18th, and then Meryl. Meryl for the 25th of May. So by that time, Meryl will be shiny because one of the, I shouldn't say it shouldn't be shiny. Meryl's already been shiny, but you should have more chances to get it because some of the research right now is bringing a increase in the shiny Meryl, or at least it's supposed to. But it quite hadn't done that, okay? So more info on it. We've got a graphic here for GoFest. But I'll probably save that because I want to talk about GoFest in another video separate from all of this. Yes, it's news that's going on. It's probably already been discussed, but I want to keep this going on with what entails around this time, right? So from the 29th of April until May 2nd, this has already passed, Pokemon Snap has released. My plan during this little hiatus of mine was to show Pokemon Snap, the original, not the new one, the original one, and record that for you guys. I still may do that. I still want to do it even though, it's not relevant. It's only relevant in the sense it's Pokemon Snap. It's Pokemon. I still want to do it because I never really appreciated that game for what it's worth, and I just want to play it for myself. So if you like to see that, stay tuned to the channel and watch. There'll be some content there. They had a lot of little tasks here. You get Dodrio, Skarmory, Mantine, and Clamperl. All just taking shots. The coolest thing was you could get shiny Smeargle. And your boy succeeded in getting a couple of those. Just taking wild shots. That did happen. So, I thought initially that it was just shots just randomly. And you get it, it's like, no, you get 15 shots a day for those 3 days, so about like 60 snaps, and then you could get the Smeargle. As you can see here, I took some snaps. I just blindly took some snaps, and then, bam, we reached the gold. It was like turning Super Saiyan. We got the shiny Smeargle, 200 CP, and then another one later. Should be a video there showcasing it, kind of out of order from the Xerneas. And maybe that's still playing, maybe it's not, I don't know. It was a long battle, but there it is. So I think that covers everything I want to talk about, except for the dragon part, right? Dragon part is interesting because if you don't have the dragons for the, let's say you paid for that Mew research, here's an opportunity. You want to beef up a Dragonite, max it out. Dratinis are everywhere, fam, everywhere. And even though Dratini is, an OG Pokemon, just period, not just Pokemon Go, it still excites me to see it because it's not like Dratini is something regular. You don't see it. It hasn't been cycled enough to where I'm burnt out of it, There's a little season of it. There's never a Dratini nest. We had a Dratini community day, but it's not like it came back twice like some of these others. It's just rare to have Dratini, and I don't even need to see a shiny Dratini. I just like seeing Dratini. I'm not looking for the shiny. Honestly, I think the pink one could have been the standard, and then the regular one could have been a shiny for me, just in how it looks, but that's just my opinion. But yes, I'm excited to see more dragon types. I love just putting pineapple berries on a Dratini and catching it. You can never have enough good Dragonites. So, I'm enjoying that. I've already had the dragon part out of the way for the Mew quest. That's still ongoing. I am getting closer. Progress report is that I'm at 6 million Stardust now. I know that's low for some of you hardcore guys, but a lot for some of you casuals. Me kind of somewhere in between that now. 6 million. I could have been there a lot earlier had I not been doing trading and this Go Rockets crap. Just having to. I call it crap because you guys know how I feel about it, but having to purify a Pokemon. If you don't hold on to those Zubats, 3,000, 5,000, and for Mewtwo, I think, which you shouldn't purify anyway, but if you dared to because you had more than one somehow, 20,000 Stardust. Stardust is easy to get, but to get mass amounts of it, you got to play a lot. You got to do a lot in the game. It's not something you can just buy in the store, right? It's not like Pokeballs where you run through them and next thing you know, you just open gifts and get some. Okay, so yes, you can get 300 Stardust in a box from, a gift or a gift from a friend, right? Yes, but it's still, it adds up slowly. I find myself these days just burying Pokemon in gyms just to get more Stardust and because star pieces too, those are. They're not as prevalent as some of the other items in the game. Lucky eggs, you get more of those as rewards. I can go on and on in examples, but Stardust, it's like blood in this game. That being said, I've got a bunch more raids to do and what have you, and I've got to walk a lot more to be done with the level 45 research and to get this Mew stuff out of the way. There's maybe a dozen or so researches left, but we're right there. I just got to play a little more, play a little harder, but I'm not in any rush because I know how this works. I know what it's done to me financially and spiritually in the past, and to avoid burning out, I've got to just keep pacing myself. If that means, less videos, I'm sorry if that lets you down, but that's where I'm at right now, okay? So, we had these new Pokemon. Goomy. Goomy is rare. You're lucky if you even see a couple of them a day, from what I'm understanding. I did manage to get one, even though I saw a couple others on the map. Again, camera telling me it's trying to die, but don't die, camera. You're charging while I'm talking. Don't do that. Spritzy is here, and so is Swirlix. So how do you get the Swirlix and the Spritzy to evolve? Goomy, I don't even think Goomy you need to make it your buddy. I think Goomy you can just evolve once you get enough candy, which if you get a good one, you might just be able to dump some rare candy into it and call it a day, right? Goomy, I think, is also a dragon type, so there you go. As much as it's a fairy event, it's also a dragon event. Okay, so Sprixie, you just gotta throw in an incense, man. Have it your buddy and throw in an incense, and then you can evolve it. Bam. Maybe wait till Community Day where it makes sense to have an incense on and not just use an incense just to get the evolution. That's what I'm gonna do. So I haven't evolved it yet. Swirlix, to get it to its evolution, you've got to feed it. Yeah, you got to feed it. So in the games, if you saw me do that Pokemon playthrough of the most recent Sword and Shield, you may have seen me have Swirlix as my buddy for a duration of the game and try to figure out how can I evolve this thing. Only to find out I need some special kind of item to get it to evolve. So they kind of tie in with that. They had you, feed Swirlix, 25 times, and then you could evolve it. So I do have the evolution there. Somewhat exciting, but new Pokemon are new Pokemon. So we've got, those 5 or 6 Pokemon there that, they're new silhouettes. For the moment you enjoy them, and so we'll see what they do then. So I think I've covered everything that I wanted to up until this point. Next video, we're going to talk about the Community Day for this month, and, well, they just flat out told you what next Community Day is going to be for June. So we'll talk about that and Pokemon Go Fest next video. Love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. stay tuned. That Pokemon Snap thing should happen. I've got some more Pokemon trading card games, cards. Trading card game cards. Pokemon trading game cards. The Pokemon cards. I got some more of those that were hard to find. I finally found some more. Some unboxing of that soon, and some other stuff. Love you. I may be the worst at what I do best, but for that gift, I feel blessed. See you in the next one. Captain Sensation!